Do you wish to speak?
No.
Chris Burek? Please state your name and address for the record.
Chris Burek, Slatington Borough. I have a stopwatch going because I'm finding that while others are getting their allotted time, I'm not. Recently, two people came here and asked why the flag was not at half-staff on September 11th, Mr. Ziegler being one of them. And you said you needed an order from the governor. Not true. If you had done your homework, you would have found out there is a flag code. And there are certain days where the flag can fly at half-staff without a gubernatorial order. They include May 15th, which is Peace Officers Memorial Day, which is the last Monday in May, September 11th, which is now referred to as Patriot Day, the Sunday of the week that contains October 9th for Fire Protection Week, and obviously December 7th for Pearl Harbor Day. So to say that you needed a gubernatorial order, you don't. Just a reminder, Wednesday is Veterans Day, and you should honor them by lowering the flag as well. Another thing, you had a couple of people come here talking about getting late charges on their water and sewer bill. Federal Trade Commission ruling regarding standards and billing practices, you can't charge 10% on day one, and that's what you've been doing. Under the Federal Trade Commission rulings, you cannot charge any more than 1.5% per month with a total of 18% per year. So you're setting yourself up for a class action suit, which you could wind up refunding a lot of money. So you really need to go back and reassess that. Another thing, I'm curious, in the July meeting minutes, it was approved that Duane Dellecker, as office manager, would get a rate of $20 an hour as office manager. But he seems to be billing as zoning officer at $20 an hour as well. Who's approving his timesheets? Nobody? So he just gave himself a raise? He went from $17 an hour as a zoning officer to $20 an hour, and nobody's approving his timesheets? That's our money. Where's it going? Another thing, Mr. Healy, you were responsible for vetting borough manager candidates and anybody else. Is that correct?
No.
You were not? Well, it's my understanding that when Amanda Trelease was put on council, you had her sign an affidavit. Okay.
I'm not vetting people, I'm just pointing out that there's an affidavit that has to be signed.
Okay, well, she signed it and it was notarized, and it attests to the fact that she has lived in the borough for the sufficient number of time and that she's a registered elector. Joseph Wexler signed one too, and it's under the rules of perjury. Have you explained to your client what the rules of perjury are?
The document speaks for itself, I'm not going to take up your time.
Have you explained perjury to him? Does he understand the terms of perjury and the consequences? Okay. Very good. So no one knows who signs Mr. Dellecker's timesheets? Who does he report to? You. You're zoning. No, you're zoning. I'm sorry. You're zoning. Do you sign his timesheets?
No,
Does anybody sign his timesheets?
I'm not aware of it.
So he just gave himself a raise. He went from $17 an hour as zoning officer to $20 an hour, and he just puts it in. Thanks. That's how we spend our money. Thank you for your time. That was 4.5 minutes. Thanks.
You walked away from the podium.
It was 4.5 minutes.